turns and works, and here he comes, and it's way high. Nothing really close to a strike on the first 4 pitches. A call up to the Diamondbacks as well, the parent team. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good tailing fastball at 92. So on Grichuk, here on Big League Rehab. Here's the 3-2 look. He does go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second by Soderstrom, and it deflects into shallow left center. So Newman gets up and hustles over to third, and he's going to be held there. Newman gets a steal. Grichuk strikes out on the breaking ball, and catcher Tyler Soderstrom charged with the error. And we've got benefit of the replay goes. Born in La Habra, California. There's a ground ball to short. Backhanded at the lip of the grass by Muncy. He cranks it up and throws a chest-high strike over to Davidson, and that ends the inning. So Estes, well, he was only 20 when he got to Double-A Birmingham last year. Then he got to Triple-A Charlotte, as I said. That ball's whacked into center, base hit. A 2-0, 93-mile-an-hour center-cut fastball. And Max Schumann.
To know about these two guys.
1-2 look. And the pitch. Breaking ball popped into shallow left field. Jorge Barosa waiting for it to come down. The sun reflecting off his shades as he makes the catch. And there's one out. Randall Grichuk in center. And Albert Almora Jr. in right. There's a liner out over second. Grab by Newman, who fires to first to complete a line drive 6-3 double play. Ball ripped by Tyler Soderstrom. It looked like a certain base hit over the bag. And Newman, Chaparro, 2 out of 4, I should say, in game 1 on Friday. Ground ball to third, backhanded there by Jordan Diaz. He plants and throws and gets it over there with a shoulder high throw over to Logan Davis. Serious injury that kept him out. Here now is the 1-1 on the way. Fastball hit high and deep to left. Armenteros looking up, and this one is out of here. Albert Almora Jr., a no-doubter to straightaway left. It is 1-0 Reno here in the top of the second inning at Las Vegas Ballpark. In September. Played part of last year with Reno. And a Double-A, Amarillo, and there's another long one. This one's to right center, and that one's not coming back. Home run over the 380 sign by Adrian Del Castillo. And the Reno Aces go back-to-back here in the top of the second. Very good defensive player. Pitches inside, ball 4. Centrone draws the second walk line by Estes. Here's the look. Estes with a 1-2. Breaking ball popped up the left side. Third baseman Diaz backpedaling in the grass, backpedaling somewhere to make a one-handed catch. Near his left for Las Vegas, pinching toward the bag. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and there goes the runner. Ground ball to short. Muncy's on it, picks it up, dials it over to first base in time for the out, and Estes is out of the second inning. But Reno breaks. So without throwing a pitch, Mena has it 3-1 instead of 3-0. There's a ball whacked back up the middle behind the bag, grabbed by the second baseman Centrone, who throws out Diaz. Sharply hit ball by Diaz, and under conventional setup in the defense, that's a base hit up the middle, but they had him play at a very good career. Here's the 1-0 on the way from Mena. High fly ball to fairly deep center, but Grichuk backing up appears to have a play and makes a one-handed catch a step in front of the track, in front of the pool. 2 outs, and the batter, Lázaro Almonte. A's outfielder Yoenis Cespedes. Here's the pitch. Outside. Now they're appealing. They say he swung. Armenteros doesn't believe it, but first base umpire Christopher Marco says he swung.
Blowing softly towards left center field as Estes rocks and delivers on 0-2. Pitch swung on, popped into the air. Playable in right center field for Daz Cameron as the center fielder in front of the pool makes the catch while drifting back a couple of steps and works out here a lot during the offseason. Here's his 1-1. Grichuk slams it to left. Back goes Armenteros. He turns around at the fence and watches it clear the yard for the 3rd home run of the game for the Reno Aces. First of the year for Grichuk, who's here on Major League Rehab, and that thing a line drive from Soderstrom. He'll deal out of the full line. The 2-2. Swung on and hit to short. Picked up on a short hop backhand by Max Muncy, who sets the feet and fires across to Davidson at first. He's recorded, including a couple of Ks. Here's the 0-1. Chaparro swings and hits this one in the air to left center. Here comes Armenteros. It bounces in front of him in the gap in left center field. Softly hit. Pitch was the changeup for Estes. Used that just under 20% of the time, and then the sliders came into play. Almora swings and drives it to center. Drifting back is Daz Cameron. He's got a play. Center fielder in front of the warning track in left center makes the catch on the move for out number 3. But more his PCL debut today. Here's the 3-2 payoff. Harris swings and misses at strike 3. Fooled by the curveball. That's the best put, buddy. Looking for Davidson to pull. We'll try that one again. Another 3-2. It swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the slider in on the hands. Davidson got a piece of it, but the Bronx Bombers, as some of them are known colloquially. He takes high. Started to go around on a check swing, but able to hold the right field fence. Alvarez off first. He takes a big lead, and they got him picked off. He took one shuffle towards second. Perfectly timed. Estes. A deliberate stare as he rocks and delivers. 0-2 pitch hit fair off the bag at first and into shallow right field for Adrian Del Castillo. It's picked up by Schumann, limiting him to a 4-2 California Capital. Meanwhile, the 2-1 out of the stretch swung on and slapped in the air down the line and left. Heading over is Armenteros, and it gets by him all the way to the fence for extra bases as Del Castillo around second and slides safely into third. In behind him is second is Centron, who doubled just 3 times in 20 games. Estes set on 2-2. Right-hander delivers. Centron hits one off the bag at third and into left field for a base hit. Both runs will score as Barossa zooms around first and is into second with what's ruled a 2 RBI double. It's the second ground ball from the Reno Aces that has hit a base. Here's the 0-2 from Joey Estes. Fastball down the middle, called for strike 3. That's the battle in Buccos to get it started. Here's the first pitch to Pavin Smith. It's chopped on the ground to the right side. Up the middle is Armando Alvarez, and the second baseman on a backhand grab turns and fires to first in time. Advance. Here's the payoff delivery. Grichuk takes a called strike 3, up and away, and that'll end the threat. Grichuk, and especially the curveball of Christian Mena. On 2-2, he throws a fastball. It's chopped to third. Picked up by Andre Chaparro, who throws deep from the hole in time to nail the speedy Max Schumann. Here every year, especially in the minor leagues. I'm sure not as many Easters have involved baseballs. Muncy lines one to third, leaping and snaring it in mid-air. And chance that we might see him to lead off the 5th on the hill. Another 2-2. Soderstrom swings and misses. That's the curveball. That is the premier pitch. So that is a pitcher-friendly environment if there ever was one.
And there's a fastball swung on a miss, strike 3 at 94. Completed. Started more games than Cy Young completed. 2 guys both in the Hall of Fame. Who are they? Sky-high drive to deep left. Armenteros goes back to the track and makes a one-handed catch. A 2 ex-Cubs going head-to-head here. Correa dealing to Almora. Fastball high, 4-pitch walk. So with 2 outs, the walk extends the inning to the left. Oop.
I'm struggling. I got one more name that I'll throw out, and then I'll give up.
There's a ground ball wide of first off the glove of Davidson. It's picked up by Alvarez, who throws back to Davidson in time. Will fly out to deep center his first time up. He hits a sharp ground ball to the hole at short, off the glove of Newman as he tried to backhand it. Newman chases it into left field and picks it up off the grass and slings it over to Centron. We'll wait for a ruling on that ball. Armenteros up with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. 84 miles an hour, froze him.
And of course, that big tumbling curveball, his best put-out pitch.
There's the breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Harris out on strikes for the Otanez, big, tall righty delivers. Fastball comes in low at 97, and that's ball 4. He stretches, backward glance at Centron. Barossa hits a ground ball to first. 2 hops for Davidson, who grabs it on the forehand side, jogs to the bag and steps on it.
Although no longer called the Bob. Chase Field.
No. The field to be named later. There's a roller up the middle past a diving Muncy. He's going to trickle into center, base hit. 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the inner half. And Newman just, there are probably more people in this broadcast booth than they had working in the office. The pitch, liner on the right, that's a base hit. In to pick it up is Schumann. Max grabs it on 2 hops and fires it back into second. It's grabbed by Muncy. Stopping at second is Newman. Here's a look. 2 on, 1 out. Grichuk up with a 1-0 count. It's a big chopper to third. It could get 2. Diaz down to second. That's 1. Alvarez over to first. That's 2. 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Here, Jalisco, 5'11", 222. 26 years old in 3 days. April the 3rd. Born in Mexico.
Ahead of an off-speed pitch here.
Here's the 3-2 again. That's in there. Strike 3. That was a cutter at 87. Front professional baseball teams in Jalisco, Charros, and near Guadalajara. Pitches inside. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Schumann. And then Max Muncy.
That we hosted 3 years ago. The Naranjas.
Big chopper to short, waiting for it is Newman. He's got it. Makes the short route with a toss over to Cintrone for the fourth.
On 13 pitches. After Michel Otañez, here's Billy Sullivan. And on 3-2, he misses just off the outside on a curveball at 76. And Garlick, a sports fan growing up, on 3-0 delivers. Chaparro with the green light. Swings and lines one down the left field side. That's down for a base hit. Rounding second, heading to third is Garlick. A big turnaround first for Chaparro, but he's got a slam on the brakes as Armendariz can challenge for the other side, but nobody else. After the ball was confirmed, the pitch ripped into left for a base hit. Picked up by Lázaro Armenteros as Garlick scores easily from third. Up to second is Chaparro on the third hit of the year and 4 at-bats for Albert Almora Jr. That's his second RBI of the out. Reno leads 7-0 in the 7th. 3-1 from Sullivan. Swung on and lined to the gap in right center field. That's down for extra bases as it rolls all the way to the fence. Scoring from second is Chaparro. Here comes Almora Jr. right behind him. And the throw from right center field cut off by Max Muncy. Still no outs in the 7th. Throw by Michel Otañez. He stole second. Scored on the Newman base hit up the middle. He chops this one to the left side. Max Muncy from behind Jordan Diaz. Gloves it. Throws to first. The throw was in time, but Davidson pulled off the bag down the line towards the plate. And Davidson at 6'4", if he's not able to hold the base, nobody is. And Cintrone reaches. Del Castillo stays at second. And before the at-bat to Jorge Barroso, a couple of defensive errors as well. Sullivan delivers. This ground ball hit to short. Muncy's got it. The underhand flip to Schumann covering, rather Alvarez, who fakes a throw to first, spins and looks to third base. And with the speedy Barroso bearing down the line, a heads-up play by Mondo, knowing that a throw to first would have been futile. So a 6-4 pitched for Estrellas in the Dominican Winter League. Newman skies this one to center. Underneath and settling is Daz Cameron as the center fielder makes the catch. Meanwhile, tagging at third is Del Castillo. He'll score easily without a throw. Back to first is Barroso. So sac fly for Kevin Newman gives him his second run. Struck out swinging in his first 3 at-bats. Moreno gives up a line drive to shallow base hit, fading and dropping in front of Daz Cameron. Barroso on his horse. He's rounding second and into third, standing up. A 2-base hit. Oh, man, Barroso having an interesting day on the base pass, to say the least. This one swung on, put in play on the third base side. Charging is Armenteros, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. That thing not hit all that hard. And Armenteros, who was shaded deep, unable to get there. RBI single for Grichuk. It's now an 11-0 game. Billy Sullivan charged for 5 runs as that one drops. And Reno is batted around here in the 7th. Kyle Garlick led the inning off with the walk. He steps in for the second time in this frame.
You're saying Moreno had worked on a change.
The runners in scoring position. Here's his 2-1 to Kyle Garlick, who swings and drives it to center field. Cameron going back. This one's out of here. It's a 3-run shot that clears the PRS home run pool in right center field. From 11-0 to 14-0. Kyle Garlick goes yard for the second time in as many games. And Reno absolutely dominating here in the opening weekend. And who spent all of last year with AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He pops this one up. This should do it. Shallow to left center. Backing up is Muncy. Coming in is Armenteros, and it'll be the left fielder coming in to make the catch. But Reno striking and recorded 1 out. Moreno the final 2, while giving up a 3-run bomb. As Soderstrom hits this one off the hands in the air to shallow left field. Heading down the line and inward is Jorge Barroso. And the left fielder worked. Should have known something was amiss. Jorge Barroso, all of 5'5" on a good day. As Diaz hits one in the air. Shallow. Cameron will try to send him up here in the 7th. The 3-2 payoff. In there. Called for strike 3. And the Aviators 5 of 5 thus far in challenged pitches.
Here's the 1-0. Drive high and deep to left. If it stays fair, it's out of here. It's right down the line, and it is fair. Now, apparently, it stayed in the park, so Almenteros has to chase it, and into second base. Right-hander sets and delivers. Lined off of Ferguson, who knocks it down, picks it up, and throws to first to get him. Ferguson appears to be okay. That was a low screamer, down below the way high school by the Giants. 40th round way back in 2012. High fly ball, right field. Schumann waiting for it, he makes the catch. Almora tags, he's heading for the plate, and the throw won't be close. He slides in on a sacrifice fly by Cintrone, and it makes it 15-0 in favor of Reno. Pro, Ferguson yet to break into the big leagues. Slider, swung on and missed, strike three. That's a good pitch. And Tawa out on left-handed batter from Pleasant Valley, New York. Here's the pitch. There's a little chopper to the right of the infield. Racing over to pick it up is Martin himself, and the pitcher shovels it to Pavin Smith for the 1-3 putout. He was called up to the Diamondbacks in April. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. In fact, actually, that was 2022 when he got called up. Harris out on strikes on a fastball at 92. Martin gets ready, and the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. To his right is Newman. He backhands it on the grass and throws him out. Nice play by Newman. And the Aviators go out in order for the sixth time. You're 4-1 with a 4.86 ERA, 25 outings. Oakland called him up. He was 1-2 with a 5.94 ERA in the big leagues. Fly ball to right. It's routine, and it's caught by Max Schumann, who circled
and was rapidly rising through the Cleveland organization that year.
There's a sharp ground out to the right side beyond the grasp of a diving Alvarez into right. That is a base hit for Pavin Smith, his third consecutive hit. Smith on at first base, top of the ninth inning, the 2-2 on the way. Fastball, high fly ball to deep left. Davidson going back to the track. He's at the base of the fence. Leaps up, makes a great catch and fires it all the way back into Alvarez. Racing back to first is Smith. Logan Davidson as the starter for Tuesday's opener in Sugar Land, the Space Cowboys. Very high pop-up out behind second base. Muncy and Alvarez, the second baseman. Alvarez fighting the sun and skittered back with those.
Be a different baseball team in that same market before they were affiliated.
Then Gwinnett in Atlanta, that's close. The pitch breaking ball low. And then I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, I know it's 15-0. And 15-0 lead for Reno. Here's the pitch. Schumann chops it up the third base side. It's dying on the grass. They're going to let it roll, and the Aviators just got their first break of the day. The ball comes to rest midway between home plate and third base, almost on the chalk.
Come by this weekend, so Schumann will take it when he can get it.
And Muncy hits a chopper to short. Newman's got it. He goes to second for one, on to first base, and that's a double play. The key to that double play, the arm and quickness of second baseman Giancarlo. Then the pitch. Driven high and deep to center. Going back, Almora going back, looking up. That one is out of here. And there'll be no shutout, no goose egg on the Easter egg Sunday. Soderstrom's first of the year. You all know about his power. And bang. Out it went to dead center, and there are no cheapie. Daz Cameron is on deck. Here's the pitch. High drive line to right. Smith backing up, has a play, makes a one-handed catch, and that's the ball game. Diaz hits it hard, lines out to right, but the Aces dominate.